So this is Choo. He was competition pony. He's 10 years old now. But the lady wanted to drive a pair, and finding a match for him wasn't the easiest thing in the world. You can see him on some old films. So I broke him a single, pair, tandem, done everything, but he's come back to us because he's been turned out for over 3 years, and it's just to bring him back into work, let him remember everything and like that. I have to say he's been as good as gold. What I did take the precaution of, I put him up alongside Rolo because he's quite lightweight, and he was tubby, you know. He's still round the belly, round his girth, he's a bit, well, I'll say portly at the minute, but that'll go. But yeah, nice, very kind natured horse. You can look back and see him in some old photographs in a pair, and done, I think he's done a few years competition, but the last 3 years, 3.5, he's been doing nothing at all because he's got another pair and obviously been concentrating at the time. But he's got a new, which I'm really pleased about. So he's got a new experienced home he's going to go to where he'll be ride and drive. So we're just really putting him through his paces where he was before, just to make sure that he's got no quirks or anything like that. So we've put him in this vehicle today because we've got it out. I will put him in something a little bit smaller than this, but this one's so nice to get a camera on and film, and you know, that it has been sitting down too low behind him. So we got him in now. So it's his first time back in single in 3.5 years or so. But he done pair and tandem and single before. So he's done a little bit of pair work to get his, stretch him up a bit, get his fitness on the way, you know. So there we go. Choo. So when you get a horse like this, I like to leave him a little bit of a challenge. So as I say, he's not been in the shafts certainly for 3.5 years, could be longer. So I'm going to turn him now quite tight. So he'll have the shaft. I've set the shafts a little bit higher than they need to be purposely. So there's pressure on his neck and there's pressure on his quarters. So I'm going to ask him to come round now, nice and tight. Come round, baby boy. Come round, my little sugar. Come round, darling. Come on. You see it pushing in his neck, look, can you see? Now you say, well, why do that? Well, come on. Get up, babe. Come on. Up you go. Round there. Yeah, go on. That's my darling. Well, that's a good thing to do, you see. Sounds funny to say it's a good thing to, you know, shove him in the neck with the end of the shafts, but it's better done in the confines of this yard for the first turn, so he feels it. Walk on, babe. Go on, babe. He's just been shod, you know, he's got brand new feet on him. Come on, baby, good boy. So I just wanted to walk up here. Nice natured horse, you know, he is. He's lovely. I know I say that about all of them, but I suppose I don't. The most I ever want to allow myself to do is to raise my voice to them. But I think if you're kind with them and you're quiet around them and gentle, when you raise your voice, it means so much more to them, you know. And you'll often get horse that I've trained him up, done something, and he's done something, you know, I don't know, while he's tied up or something. And I'll growl at him, telling me, you know, what are you doing, you young rock, you know, like that. And when you go near him, he'll rub his head up and down you, you know, wants to be friends, like. He don't don't like it, or as a general rule, they don't like it if I'm growly with them, because the place is very quiet. The actual stables, I believe, when they're in the stable, it's their time. It's like your bedroom, if you like, isn't it? You don't want people strolling through, in and out, and all like that. So once we put them to bed at night, that's it. Unless obviously we've got to go out and sort a problem out. But and we have the old radio 4 playing through the night, and that's a good thing, you know, because if you say to me, well, do they care? Yeah, I think they do. Because if you turn it off, you know, you have to go out, or you've just had to look through the door because you've gone out for the evening, come back quite late, which happens very rarely with me. But anyway, when it does happen and you put your head in there, obviously while you're up that late, you have a look at them, see if they're all right. I always remember going in there once and turning the radio off, and they knew I was in the stable, and they all started wickering and shuffling their feet, and, you know, weren't, I would say they weren't content, but I thought, what are you doing? I was listening to that, so that's how I always explain it. I was listening to that, you know. So there's a nice old lorry coming up here. Look. Come on, babe. Go on, darling, up you go. There's a good boy. Good boy. Hear them old chains rattling, see? Nice. Now, where's the point in shouting and hollering behind him and like that? You know, forcing him through. Don't want to be doing that, do we? Just do it nice, soft and gentle, and they're all sugar plums, aren't they? A lot of them, really. You know, what we ask them to do in life, he's a bloody big arse, you know. No one's ever asked them if they want to do it, I know that. So you've got to make it as nice as you can for them. But the better you can do that, makes you better at your job, in my opinion. Only my opinion. We see him going up there, first time, 3.5 years, just walking up. I'll ask him to trot now. Oh, babe, trot. Trot. I want him to stop on the sixpence with a rubber bit, yeah? Go on, babe, get on. Trot on. Old van coming past. I'll tell him, well, you know, whoa. He's got to stand still as a Christian there. Walk. Well, he's got to walk away. Now, last time he done that, without any question, was 3.5 years ago. So I'm real pleased with him. Got to find his mouth yet. I've got to find his mouth, not him. But he's had other hands on him. And I don't know what bits he's been driven in, you know, but he's in his rubber bit now, and he's just having a little, we'll make a bit of froth up in his mouth, which would be nice. Just a nice horse. But where he's going, the lady who owns him is very fond of him, you know what I mean, seriously so. And she wouldn't let him go anywhere unless it was a good home, you know. Home where he's going to spend the rest of his life, where he's going to be loved, cared for, looked after, and kept up with all the regular bits and pieces he's got to have, you know, jabs, etc. Come on, my baby boy. I just love the way his tail's off his quarters, yeah. His ears are pricked forward. Just love it. And to me, I'm going to ask him now to come round. Come round, my baby boy. Sideways round. Come on, you good boy. Step over. See that lovely step over with his front feet. Look. He don't scoot to go back home. Just so pleasing, you know. He's such a nice creature. Nice boy. getting used to this bit as well, remembering it. Can you see that head bob? And every time he bobs, she goes down lower. You know, I'm not putting any pressure. I just keep my hands on my knees, see? So if he walks forward, he's the one that applies the pressure, not me. I hope you understand what I mean by that. So these are fixed in that position. So if he pushes forward, it's him that's doing it, and he soon learns it's him doing it. So what do I mean by that? Well, it's the difference of me having the reins here, for instance. I'm pulling on them, you know, like this. Well, he's not doing it, I'm doing it. So if I can get him to use his mouth. Come over, darling baby, you little rascal. Yes, you are. Come on, banana, come over. I had a banana one day I was eating when he was here a long time ago. And I called him Nana for a while because I was eating it and he had it. Left me with the skin, yeah. I was only talking to someone over the door. You see his lovely little head carriage coming, look. And he's applying his own pressure. I'm not. I've got my knees on me, my hands on my knees, I should say. And he's applying it, yeah. So he's just getting his head in a lovely position now. I like to see a horse with a head carriage, not a false one, you know, with a load of metal. I mean, this is happening in a soft rubber bit. Please understand what I'm saying. A soft rubber bit, as I do all of them. Go on, my baby, up you go, you little rascal. Go on, my baby, yes you are. Nice trailer there, a bit of rattle. And again, I don't pull him back or check him. He lifted his head up, applied the pressure to his own bit, and he's made the decision of how much. Now, obviously, if he got uptight, too uptight and everything, I'd have to take charge and give him some solace, some reassurance. But as it stands there now, he's just sweet. Trot, baby. Trot. So for 3.5 years laid in the field, been looked after, don't get me wrong, he's not been abandoned in the field. He's been looked after with all his wormers, bits and pieces, had his feet trimmed, etc, etc. But just a lovely, lovely. What do you make? Well, he's done the competitions, he make the competition horse, but he was one of them people in the job would understand what I mean. You can get one that will go work really well with a mate, and another one that will do all right, but never do as good single, you know, like they work together as a team. Come on, baby. Up you go, my darling baby boy. Just walk now. Just walk. And that's what we want in a rubber bit. You know, and I'll drive him right through the middle of London. I mean, in a rubber bit. Anywhere you like, I would drive him. So look at that old thing there. Just deciding what that is. But I don't need to correct him. There's nothing coming the other way. There's no reason in any way to collect, you know. So what I'm going to do now is just go in the arena and literally just walk around. Walk up. Because, do you see that there? He stopped. I thought, we're going in there, aren't we? We're finished now. No. So I've got to say, no, I'll make the decisions. You do what I ask you to do, but I'll always ask you nicely. That's the way to do it. So I'm going to open up this whole door now. We might push one or two obstacles about, but basically we just go quietly around. I mean, he'd done all this with his eyes shut before. And then we can build on these foundations. He's only been back with us a matter of a few days. I'm not sure whether it's a week or not yet. Come on, baby boy. Come up. Unfortunately, I've been a bit unwell. I had to go into hospital for a while. And steady, babe. Steady, darling. Steady. Walk up, baby. Walk up. Well, he's not done that for 3.5 years. Not seen anything like it for 3.5 years. So that's lovely. Now, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to take him through that tunnel and over the bridge, and I'll tell you why. I'm not going to do that. He was having a look around, just checking everything, and said he thought there was a loose plank there, so we want to sort that out before we go in there, because it would be silly to frighten him now with a loose plank on the bridge up there, see? It wouldn't be any good. So I'm just going to ask him now, come over, darling baby child. Come over, my little boy. Yes, you are, you young rascal. Come round, darling. Come round, my baby. Come round, my little baby boy. Yes, you are. Come on then, up you come. There's a good boy. Please don't think, walk up, that I'm claiming, you know, what a great horseman and all that nonsense. I'm just an ordinary fella that love what I do. Stand still. Stand still now. But it is quite nice to think you trained it, you done it in tandem, pair, single. It's done nothing for 3.5 years, none of those disciplines at all. Been turned out in the field with some youngsters, and here he is back in less than a week. Remembered it all. So those experiences he had, he must have enjoyed, because he'd be going, oh no, not all this again. Do you see what I mean? So, like a child, you take them swimming, you keep it a secret where you're taking them the next time, but when you pull up outside that pool and going to take them swimming, they realise where they are, they're exuberant, happy and everything. Well, he's quite happy. He's got a few flies bothering him, but he's standing quiet. I'm going to walk him over this metal sheet now. Walk up, baby. Which, I'm through these balls here. So I'm going to put his head between the green and yellow, yeah? Come on, baby. Come up, darling. Oh, my little pet. And that, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm not. It's just nice that if you've done the horse, it makes you feel good that he's held on to that knowledge and had 3.5 years off. Not even been in the stable yard. And all that's coming back. So the memories that we have given him have been pleasant, haven't they? There've been nothing to be frightened about. And that's just nice. He always was a bit of a fidget, to be honest. But there you are, just sitting there sweet. Very pleased with him. Humbles you, doesn't it? When you think they do all this for us, just for being asked nicely, with a soft rubber bit. And all the horses I drive, right through around Tesco's, around about 5 lanes of traffic, anything we do is all done in rubber bits. So yeah, that's really pleasing. Nice. Lovely little child, isn't he? Just wants to, got to know his place. Don't get me wrong, you can't be letting them walk over you. You've got to say no, you can't do that. I can't tolerate that. Stop it. yeah. But because the place is very quiet, you can hear a pin drop in the stable. When you do speak a bit gruff, I'm not going to do it now to prove a point, because you also done anything wrong. I'm not doing that. Not for anybody, you know. So there you go. We'll open up the gate. We'll have a nice wash off with the old shower. Stand still, baby boy. Just stand still now, darling. So you can see old Ree going over to open the gate. Go on, babe, walk up. It's just a lovely little baby child, isn't he? Aren't we lucky, eh? So lucky to do a job I absolutely love with a passion, and have the privilege to work with these dear little children and give them the best start they possibly can in life. And yeah, safe, confident and happy in any sphere of harness work. That's what we try and do. What a bonny little boy, Mr. Choo, the young rascal. Stand still, my darling. So I'll just come up there like that now. And I just want him to do one more thing. If you watch me reins, yeah, let him get ready. So I'm going to lift the weight of my reins and ask him, come back, babe. Come back. Come back. You see, no weight on them at all. Come over, darling. Come over. Hey, good boy. Come back. Come back. Come back. Whoa, walk up, baby. And they tell me you need curb chains, Liverpools, butterflies, military reversibles, Buxted bit, all sorts. Well, how can I do the horses I do just in a soft piece of rubber? Right, you know, he'll just pull that out of his mouth and then you can see how soft it is. You know, can actually twist it, bend it right in half. So how can that possibly be? When he's been out of work for 3.5 years and do all that on a soft rubber bit. Nice to see. So there you go. It's that time of the day for the coffee and carrot club. So today, come over. They haven't got carrots, but they got some lovely apples. So that's the Carrot and Coffee Club. We get a cup of coffee, and if you enjoy what we do and how I try and explain what we do, it's nice if you join the club and subscribe a what is a cup of coffee, I suppose. You know, that's just nice, and I hope you learn from what I do. And let me just say this: there's thousands of horses out there that are doing perfectly well without my help. Perfectly well. But it's just the way we do them here. And that's all I can say, really. There you go.
There's a smile on my face every time I hear that sound. The rhythm of the hoops as they touch the ground. And there's no better place I'd rather be than with my safe, confident horse. And there's no better place I'd rather be than with my safe, confident horse that's had